My reaction to Tim Bradley is simple as I'm gonna call you right back.
You didn't see my link.
No, I'm gonna call you right back.
What you doing?
Anyway, like I said, you said Tim Bradley. In response to Tim Bradley, all Tim Bradley is trying to cover all bases. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So if I wake up and I say I see Devin Haney getting knocked out, I see him stand a chance. If I wake up and I say I see Devin Haney dropping Brian Norman. If I wake up and I say I see Devin Haney boxing Brian, y'all don't understand. Every single take he keeps doing is getting views, which is I don't have a problem with that. It's just a man trying to earn a living, but at the same time, he's covering all the bases. He's literally he's saying every possible outcome, everything that could happen. He's just talking. He's giving you possibilities. That's all he's doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what you take with a grain of salt. You feel what I'm saying? So that's not nothing to worry about. That's not nothing to talk about. I don't hold what Tim Bradley said. You got to remember, Tim Bradley said that Brian Norman that ain't nothing to him. Just 2 years ago, Tim Bradley was saying, if you take that away, what does he have? Now look, 2 years later, Brian Norman the baddest man in welterweight. 2 years later, Brian Norman, you feel what I'm saying? He's been to be the big boogeyman at 147. He's the one getting the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Even possibly if he beats Devin Haney and then possibly gets another one, he gonna get a possibility to be close to a pound for pound list or something like that because he gets the opportunity to being on the map. You get what I'm saying? You feel that? That's all. Like I said, just like with Elijah Flores, everybody just needs the opportunity, and I'm all for that. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, right. Um, Elijah Flores getting a lot of grief from the comment section as well for some of the takes that he's given. I mean, do you feel like the trolls are being completely unfair? I mean, what's your reaction to all them as well?
My reaction to that is Elijah Flores is I'm gonna say welcome to boxing, my brother. For Elijah Flores, welcome to the game of boxing. When you come in, we found our way to that side. You're going to find your way to one side or the other. You're going to find your way to that side no matter what you do. You understand what I'm saying? You come in the game with your head down. All you're doing is working. All you're doing is you don't know nothing about all this other politics of it, the red tape. You're working. You're doing what you're supposed to do here. You're just fighting fights. You're doing this and you're doing that. Now all of a sudden you got people coming at you left and right for whatever the reason may be. Understand it happens. It happened to us when it came initially behind with the tank situation. Then it came back. We didn't do anything. All we did was spar. That was it. The people in the gym was the one that put the story out. Then it came again with the Terrence Crawford situation. We didn't put that out. Our manager put that out. We didn't do that, and we tried to diffuse that. You get what I'm saying? But some of the Terrence Crawford haters, and we was telling, we was like, bro, we give Terrence Crawford all the props in the world. We never said nothing bad about Terrence Crawford. You feel what I'm saying? But we ended up on that somehow. Then we ended up that way on the other end with Tim Bradley. Then we ended up there with Tim Bradley. You feel what I'm saying? Then we ended up with the other guy from Philly. So no matter what, you're going to end up on a side. Because no matter what, you're going to end up fighting somebody that got a whole fan base. You're going to end up getting into it with somebody that got a whole fan base. And now you got this whole ring. So it's just part of boxing. Elijah Flores just happened to be getting there early. I wish he wouldn't get there early. I don't think he cared nothing about it. It's still good publicity for him. We out here saying his name, Elijah Flores. Now he's gonna get to be known and known and known. The more he's been heard, he's been in the ring with a lot of people. So now everybody's gonna start saying his name and they're gonna know who he is, and they're gonna know, oh man, he been in the ring with Ryan, he been in the ring with Devin, he been in the ring with Brian Norman, he been in the ring with Tank, he been in the ring with all of these people. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just it's gonna be good for him in the end. Once he does what I know he's gonna do and he show that he is as good as he did, he's gonna be a name just like the rest of them.
Going back to the Troy Isley interview, when I told him, hey, did you feel like Devin was better than what you thought after, being in the ring? And, he did say, like you said, he said he was surprised that he stayed right in front of him. So you're basically saying when you took that information, then you went to go check on the arm reach? type of deal? Or did you feel like, he can go toe to toe with,
No, 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 no,
middleweights?
no, no. When he kept saying distance, when he kept
Okay.
saying the specific word distance, I take words
Okay.
literal.
All right.
So if you say distance, I'm like, okay, well, if I can touch you and you can't touch me, that's what distance is.
Yeah. And
So
that's
then
what
I
being in
said,
front of me too. He said he was
yeah, yeah.
surprised
Well,
when he stayed in
you
front of
could
him.
be okay. Let me tell you another thing about Elijah Flores, for example, for the people who think about the leaping in and about the this and about the that, which is what you're not gonna have to worry about. Derek Cuevas, you might see a leaping left hook. You might see a 1-2-1 where he come off his feet. You might see it. That's how you cut the distance. Elijah Flores is longer than Brian Norman Jr. He is taller by a little bit than Brian Norman Jr. He does have the reach over Brian Norman Jr. Devin Haney does not. That's the fact they don't understand and they hate. We're talking, I'm standing here, you standing there. I can touch you, you can touch. I ain't got to go nowhere. You understand what I'm saying?
So it feels like you're in front of me.
You're right. You are right in front of me. And again, I've been saying this from the beginning, even when they brought up the Ramirez fight, is I was like, y'all do understand when he stops the punch, whenever he decides, if he runs, which I don't think he can run. I told you, I got another idea what he gonna do, but we got something for that. But it's only a couple of things he can do, and we got something for everything he can do. So, like I told you, as long as there ain't no wall in that ring between them, he is beat up. That's just predetermined. I'm trying to tell you. So I'm looking at it like when you stop the punch, if you run and when you stop the punch and you stop to let that punch go, what you think? What y'all think gonna happen? What y'all think? Like Tim Bradley, even one of the Tim Bradley things that he was saying, where he was talking about Devin fainting and Devin jabbing. So Devin gonna be fainting and jabbing, and what Brian Norman Jr. gonna be doing? Just looking at him. You've never seen Brian Norman just looking at people. I hate it. Can't stand it. I've been that's something I've been against from the. I don't look at people. I've never looked at people. I don't like my son to look at people. What am I looking at you for? I ain't just standing there looking at you. I'm doing something. I'm looking for something. I'm probing for something. I'm gonna make something happen. We don't just look at you. You feel me? I have never understood a fighter standing in the ring looking at them. There's other ways to find rest pockets. I heard him saying something about Brian Norman Jr. finding pockets to rest. Brian Norman Jr. can go out there and run a marathon today. A marathon today.
And they also mentioning falling over the front knee as well.
Brian Norman don't fall over the front knee.
He mentioned that as well.
He fell over the front knee a time or two, was smothering Quentin Randall. He don't never fall over the front knee. Well, I'm sure you can't say never. It may be a time or two because nobody's perfect or whatever else. But I got something to say about Devin as far as that go. But I'm not gonna say that because that's part of the game plan. So I'm gonna let that ride. But I'm not worried about nobody talking about falling over the front knee or nothing else. That's not a worry of mine. It's not a concern of mine. We got all that